Hey everybody, this is Jessica Russell at Russell Homestead LLC, and I wanted to talk to you today about mullein. Some people pronounce it mullein. I pronounce it mullein, potato. So, it is a plant that is great for respiratory issues. It really loosens up and kind of expels phlegm. So, it's just great for lung health in general, and it is I believe the term is biennial plant. It produces for 2 years and then dies off. So I will show you what each stage looks like. This is a first year plant right here. It only produces the leaves, and they are fuzzy and have hairs on them. So this part of the plant, the leaf, you would use for teas. So you definitely want to use like some type of filter, tea bag, something like that to filter out the hairs from your tea, because the hairs can kind of be irritating to the throat. So yeah, this is the first year. You can use the leaves, or you can also use the roots for a tincture on the first year. This is what the second year of the plant looks like. This is when it shoots up this stalk and produces flowers and seed pods. So once these seed pods turn brown, then you can harvest the seeds. But basically after this plant flowers, blooms, and then dies, that's it for this plant. When this is early in the spring of the second year and starts to shoot up the stalk, you can also harvest the roots and use that as a tincture as well. This plant is probably too old at this point because it is, summer going into fall, to harvest the roots. But once these turn brown, they will pop open, and look at all these seeds. Like, this is not even but just a couple plants worth. And I'm sure that I missed several seeds because they are super small. They're about like the size of like ground coffee grains. So I do have some flowers in there. You can use the flowers in tea. I typically don't, just because there's usually a bunch of bees or butterflies. That's why I don't necessarily harvest them myself, but you can. So here is about the stage when you want to try to harvest the seeds. When it's like turned this brown color from the pods, and see here they've started to, well, if I can, right there, that one's kind of busted open a little bit. Basically all I need to do is bend this over the edge of a plastic bag or a bucket, a sheet, something, and shake it, and all of them will just fall out. So that's what I did here to harvest these. I am not to be keeping them in the plastic bag because the plastic bag can kind of create a humid environment and trap some moisture. So I will be transferring these to, I use little paper seed packets to where I can label what the seed is and what year it was collected. I usually do the month and the year it was collected. But yeah, last year my yard was covered with first years. This year, as you can see, I think I've only seen like maybe 2 first year plants, and the rest are second years. So that means that next year I'm only going to have 1 or 2 plants pop up. So that's why I'm definitely collecting seeds, because I want mullein in my yard year round. I harvest the leaves, especially for teas, and I have some roots harvested for tinctures. But the best way that I like to consume mullein is through tea. I've also read and heard that you can smoke the leaves and and that will also help clear out the phlegm and everything like that. That's not something I've tried, so I can't really speak on that. But apparently that's a very old practice that can still be used today. So just to try to help you know a little bit more about the mullein plant and how you can save some seeds and grow some your own. I've seen them, which I've read also, they really like sandy soil, and that seems to be where they're popping up in our yard, is where there's like less nutrients, I guess, in the soil. It's real loose, sandy soil with great like water runoff. It doesn't seem like they like real wet areas. So I hope this helps you be able to harvest your own seeds and grow your own mullein.